Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video. As you can see from the title, we're going to B&M. It's one of my favourite places to go in January. I love looking at all their new stuff. I love their sales section. So I thought, let's have a look round, have a good look. So we're going to start off in the food. You can see they've already started moving in the Easter stuff. Christmas is out the way. Get Easter in. I don't mind though, because I do love cream eggs and mini eggs, two of my favourite chocolates. You know, I've got a thing for Cadbury's. They do have some of their Christmas stock left over, so if you do have any favourites that you want to stock up on, I'd recommend going sooner rather than later. But yeah, I also wanted to show this section, so it's like their slimming section, I suppose, in case anybody is interested. They had loads of different slim fast flavours in. I really like the look of the cafe latte, but it's not something that I've done before, not something that I'm going to do this year, but I thought, I don't know, maybe some of you guys might be interested in it. They had loads of protein stuff. I've never seen this protein world in here before with the mug cakes. They are, by the way, very easy to make yourself. You don't really need the special powder to it. I would recommend having a look at some of the recipes online, because you'll probably save yourself some dough. Now moving into their cleaning and organisation, B&M always pull it out the bag. I just love all the stuff. It makes me want a utility room though, just so that I can have more organisation bits. I'm pretty good at organising stuff that is out, but when it's in cupboards though, I'm not the best, and probably need to up my game for this year. They had these plug traps in. I was after these ages ago and I couldn't find them. Had to show you that lint roller because I just thought it was so cute, how with it being all glittery and stuff. Obviously it's not going to be glittery though after the first use, but you know, if you have got a nice utility room where you can have a few nice things out on the side. They had some drawer organisers. Always come in handy, don't they? Like, especially if you've got kids, because their clothes are just so small that I feel like they do need segregating. And then I noticed they had these kind of like rubber, like handheld brush things. I don't know if they would work as efficiently as like a normal one, but do let me know if they do, because I was very interested. I feel like brushes, like that's like the new thing for brushes, is that they're all going kind of rubber. I suppose it is more hygienic, I imagine, a lot easier to clean. And then I also noticed that they had these, which look like the big, what they call dishmatics, which I thought these would be good for like cleaning the bath, cleaning, you know, the shower screen, because that could be a pain. And they had, look at these are for shoving down your plugs to get all that like hair and grime out, because let's be honest, especially if you've got long hair like me, oh my god, the plugs get blocked up way too often. So yeah, I think those would come in handy. Just a quick overview of their brushes and mops as well. You can see they've got rubber brushes in those as well. That's what I mean, like everything seems to be going that way. Now I do love a good look at the beauty section, because I do have a bit of a thing for false eyelashes, and they do have Eyelure ones in here, so much cheaper, look, £3 than what you'd get in say Superdrug or Boots. Do you like those Rimmel mascaras? The orange one is my favourite. It's got a big mascara head on it, so if you like a big mascara head that's a bristled brush, not one of the plasticky ones, I would recommend that. Also just showing you loads of their new shower gels and other bits and bobs, because it is sort of like, it's in the same section as the home organisation section in my store, which is probably a little bit weird. But yeah, they had loads of baskets. Well, in fact, in my store there's like 2 or 3 sections of organisation, particularly in January. But they brought out new colours. You can see there's some like more beigey tones as well, which it just used to be like white, grey and pink before. They also had these labels. They were reduced to £1. Again, if you've got a lovely laundry room, you could go full out, have it all matching, all stickered up. Yeah, I'd be a little bit jealous of that, because my washing machine is in the kitchen, which is a nightmare, because there is stuff that you can't tumble dry as well, isn't there? Especially at this time of year. I had to have the clothes horse up, and I haven't got a nice place that it's not an eyesore basically. But yeah, anyway, moving on. They also had these really cute hair detangling brushes, really great if you've got kids, because if your kids are anything like mine, or especially when the hair's not either here having the hair done. So yeah, those are really cute. More organisation. I do like the grey. I know grey is not as fashionable as it once was, but there's something about grey that I think just looks very smart, so I'm still a fan of it. Moving on to their fake tan, they had loads of fake tan. I really recommend this one. I've used this before, I've used it several times. I do like Sunkissed, not tried the skinny tan, but I also like some of it as well. I always go for the clear water tans because it's just so much less messy and less hassle. Now moving on into their home furnishings, so they've got lots of the Silent Night bedding in. £6 and £8 for sheets, which I think is a pretty reasonable price. They also had loads of cozy blankets for kids. I just feel like, oh my goodness, like I need another house just to decorate it. My favourite one is the woodland one for £7. I just think these are amazing. Now, obviously Christmas is gone. These would have made really good Christmas gifts. But if you are like my auntie, and I always used to laugh at her, she literally gets presents like 2 years in advance. But the thing is, she's like an expert present buyer. She knows what people want before they want it. But yeah, I feel like those are like good things to put away if you've got any birthdays coming up. Now moving on into like some of the grown-up stuff. I love the gingham prints, and you know I'm still in love with sage green, by the way, so yeah, you'll see all of the sage green that they've got in the store. A lot of these are the same. I feel like they've had that Lara set in for a while, but I feel like January is the time of year to kind of like mix up the bedroom, maybe get some new bedding if you've been thinking about it for a while. And yeah, there's nothing better than the seersucker design because, you know, you don't have to iron it, and it's supposed to look like that, which is good, because if you're anything like me and hate ironing, then yeah, I have to admit my bed sheets just go on and then I just let the sort of wear remove the creases. I know some people would absolutely hate that. They've got a little bit of furniture in my store, but not much. So you saw a few of the white shelves, and then there'll be more of that at the end as well. See, this is their bathroom stuff, some organisation here. I thought that over bath rack for £5 was really good. I felt like they were more expensive like a couple of years ago, and I saw that for £5. I thought it was amazing. But if you wait up until the sale section at the end, you'll see that there's actually a really nice bamboo one, and it's cheaper than that. They had loads of black accessories in. I still feel like that's very trendy. I think the beige trend is still going strong as well. But yeah, they had loads of lovely, just, I don't know, bits and bobs for the bathroom that you can just kind of throw in and it will freshen it up. I still love all like the marble stuff, but I think it's a little bit more fashionable to go for like the stone colours now with the bamboo. And they've got you covered in B&M, as you can see. They've also got some of the darker ones, so if you've got like a very light coloured bathroom, like your tiles and your walls are very light, you can accessorise it with darker colours just to bring some depth back into it. Now moving on to their cushions, so excited. They had loads of this, what do you call it, it's like boucle material, like very fuzzy cushions, and I just feel like they look so smart. If you've got a nice office chair with one of those cushions on, I don't know, I just thought that would look really smart. But yeah, they've got loads of other designs in as well. You can still see they've got their red ones in. I feel like they may be a little bit Christmassy though now for this time of year. Of course, I have to go over the pink section. I say this every time, and it's probably a repeat of what they've already had in, but yeah, I do love it. Lots of lovely throws as always. You know, they're getting in on that beige now, but still lots of greys too. I feel like these pink cushions are just nice to have on the bed. So if you've got like quite a neutral theme in the bedroom, like, you know, the beige or grey, just want to add a little bit of colour. I do love pink in a bedroom. I love pink anywhere. So yeah, I just thought those would look nice. Lots of green. I love green. I've gone for that in my living room, just like a little bit, which is a proper colour for me. I mean, some people probably class that as a neutral, but for me that is a proper colour. Then they've got these are green. I'm not sure that's coming across properly on camera, but they're like a dark sage green and they're all furry, and my nan has them in her home, and oh my goodness, they are so comfortable and they look so lovely as well. Kind of like that understated, like you've not like tried too hard but your home is looking good, do you know what I mean? I think the same with the waffle cushions as well. And look, even got green in that boucle, and for £10 I think that's really good. They've got the same in the throw as well. I probably won't do both together, I feel like that might be too much, but one or the other I feel like would look really nice thrown over a settee. I thought I'd show you just an overview of the rugs just in case you're interested. I feel like again these haven't really changed though for a long time. They've got a few bits on a sale, so some of the waffle throws, really nice and fresh looking for the summer, if you wanted to like save them for a few months. And then they had loads of neutral and beige pillows. I mean, look at this for £7. That is so cheap. Some more furry ones, this time in grey. They've got this one in blue. They also had that in pink. And they've got a few sort of like curtain bits that are in the sale, but we will come to the main section of the sale. This isn't it. I thought this was cool. I didn't realise it was an underwater one, so if you've got a water fountain, that would look, I don't know, make it look a bit extra. They had these bedside tables which were really difficult to get hold of at one point, and they've got a £5 knocked off. Yeah, they just got a little bit of knocked off sort of like all over the store, but then my store has, I don't know, I feel like it's quite a good sale aisle, so I'm really excited to sort of take you up there. They even had some of this bamboo stuff in the sale, which I still think is really on trend. So I was surprised to see it in the sale, but not complaining at all. Oh, I love this clock. It was only £10, which I thought was really good because it was like quite a big item. They had the round mirrors, look great in hallways, so many gorgeous baskets. Again, I just need a bigger house so that I can have more of these. You can see a few of them had like a few quid knocked off, but oh yeah, look at this one, sage green, white, so fresh looking. I've actually got one of those. I use that for my makeup and like my everyday hair stuff, do you know, for like in the morning for work, so I can just see it and grab it. I mean, I would prefer it if it had a top on, but I bought it really, it's more practical than anything. They had these with a little bit of money off, I don't know what you call them, but what you put your plates on. I know they were very trendy at one point. And then B&M are getting there with the artificial flowers. Like, they have so many more than they used to have. Loads of really beautiful reed diffusers as well, and candles. I mean, you can't go wrong. Well, I say that actually, I feel like they look very nice, these candles, but not necessarily the strongest smelling. So nice to pop a few of these around, or if you've got a small room, they're good. Another good use for them is if any of you guys work from home, a really scented candle can give you a headache, so having actually a little bit of a cheap one isn't always a bad thing in particular. And then yeah, you can see just like loads of their, call it bric-a-brac. But yeah, some really just lovely small bits to make your home feel cozy. I love those little rainbows that they've got. How cute to have in your kids' bedrooms. In fact, I've got two, not those colours, a little bit more bright in my girls' bedrooms, and I've just hung them off of their wardrobe doors. I just feel like it's really finished their room off actually. They had this section which was a little bit more, it felt a little bit more autumnal to be honest, because it had like the acorns and all like those dark green colours and browns, but I still love it. I think it's an every time of year sort of design. I think they've had those in for a while, still love them though. I love that amber coloured glass. I felt like at one point it was really hard to get that. But yeah, B&M do a few different pieces in that amber colour, which I just think is so lovely. You can see more of that kind of like black and wooden design, lots of candle holders, a little bit of pampas grass. I love those colours together, just like all of those neutral tones but kind of all different shades of it. I think there's something about it that looks very fresh, quite expensive as well, but yeah, obviously on a budget in B&M. Those vases, again, very on trend how they're like that textured effect. And these, oh, do you know what? Shopping in B&M in the home decor section, it kind of makes me jealous of interior designers, because they just get to go out, buy loads of home decor, and then just put it in like other people's homes, and they can really experiment with different like designs and things. And it must be such a fun job if you have it. But yeah, anyway, more vases, £8. More baskets. And then they had these in the sale, so stuff for £2 and £3. Again, like I was saying, I'm not the most organised inside the cupboards. I'd love to be somebody who like tips the pasta out into the food storage container, so when you opened up, it's a bit like there's a part, isn't there, on Home Alone when he's in the hotel, and everything's just so organised. And I always looked at that as a kid, and like all the cookies were like wrapped individually. I was thought, oh my god, my cupboards will look like that when I'm older. But the reality is, having 2 kids, things just get thrown in the cupboard. I mean, they have a general place, but yeah, it's not like aesthetic like some people's cupboards are. I thought these were good. I love things with like individual dividers, especially I used to do a lot of scrapbooking, and it was so hard about 10 years ago to get stuff like that. It was really expensive, whereas obviously now I feel like it's a lot more I say accessible now, because I used to have to go to Hobbycraft for it, which was a bit of a way for me. And then other home storage, like I said, I feel like you can just get any size basket that you're looking for from B&M. And those, you know, the drawers, I mean, they're not aesthetic, but I find them great to just put into wardrobes if you don't have big rooms for like your socks and pants and things, you know, the bottom of the wardrobe. Even on some of their kitchen stuff, so they had some just like nice plain, you know, bits and bobs. I really like all the white bowls and dishes. Never goes out of style, and it's one of those things for me that I don't want to keep buying again and again. In fact, we bought ours from Wilko's when we first moved out, which was, oh my goodness, how many years ago now? 8 years ago, and obviously it still looks like new. So yeah, but then again, I do like, my bowls is like the place where I experiment, so I'll always buy like different bowls and mugs as well. You can see they've got some on special offer at £1.50, but I just love these bunny ones. They're just so cute. I don't know, I've got a little bit of a thing for deers and bunnies. I think it's, I don't know, my favourite season is spring, and they're reminding me of spring. And I'm looking at the mugs now, and a few of the bits actually, every time I do a come shop with me video, I'm like, oh, I should have picked that up, I should have picked it up. Like, I see it, but I don't see it, if you know what I mean. It's like when you're looking for like the salt in the cupboard, and you know it's in there but you can't find it. That's kind of how it is when I'm doing these videos. But yeah, as you can see, loads of lovely kitchen stuff, and then just like loads of nice bits as well. I feel like they bought these sort of things in over Christmas in my store, and they've got a few left over. Again, more kind of like utility and kitchen storage. This time the bamboo design and the rose gold. Obviously the bamboo is, I feel like, the most trendy at the moment. I feel like the chrome has had its day, but I still feel like that, again, if you've got everything organised, looks nice. Mine had so many drinks bottles. Just before Christmas I had broke mine, and for some reason I keep dropping mine at the minute. I'm so clumsy. I've been through about 3 or 4 in the past couple of months. I just find it really hard to find a pretty one. They've got loads in here, so yeah, they've got kids ones as well if you've got packed lunches to do, and just ones, even the ones with the timers on, look, they're so handy when you're working in an office, because if you're anything like me and terrible at drinking, they're just a great reminder. I drink lots of tea when I'm in the office, but I'm not great at drinking water. They also have the breakfast on the go pots. They're really good. I was going to say they're really good for salad, but I think they used to do specific salad pots with like the salad dressing top. Anyway, into the sale, which is the bit that I'm excited about. They had loads of lovely homeware bits in that I was surprised to see in the sale. Also, I don't know whether I don't know if it's a bit of a con or not. Oh yeah, let me just talk about that wreath. They had this Easter wreath in. Unfortunately, I don't know the price or whether it was actually on sale. I'm assuming it is because it was obviously from Easter. But it didn't have a price and I was so annoyed. I should have asked really, because if it was super cheap I probably would have got it. But what I was going to say was that they had lots of items in the sale that were very similar to what they had in the normal store. So if you saw anything in the normal store bit that you liked, I would recommend first going to the sale to see if they had anything similar there, because they got similar blankets, look, they had some similar bedding, and there's also, if you have a look like now, there's similar home decor bits as well. So yeah, I'm not sure whether they'd ring up through at the same price, they probably would, or whether they just put a red and yellow label on it to make you feel like it's really good value, and I'm somebody who falls for that. But yeah, anyway, lots of lovely home decor, like I said, cushions, throws, anything you could think of they had in the sale. They also did have lots of like bedding as well. But I'm going to be honest, I have tried the branded bedding from B&M and also their kind of like own brand bedding, and I wouldn't recommend it. It doesn't last very long. So I'm showing an extension cord because I feel like I can never have enough with all these electrics that we have now. But yeah, some Fabulosa, £4, that's a car one, but they did also have like the normal Fabulosa as well, 2 for £4. Some stationery bits, some kitchen scissors, I don't know, I feel like they have like all random bits in the sale, but it's like things that you need. Like, how many times do you need a pair of scissors and you can't find them? That happens loads in our house, because I need scissors upstairs when I'm like got my new clothes, downstairs just for anything, toys, all sorts. But yeah, also some lovely bits for kids in terms of plates, glasses, and they had loads of organisation as well in the sale section too. I like these if you're having a little bit of a movie night, having like the French fry pot. And I don't know if you need a specific tray for eggs on toast, but it's kind of cute, particularly if you're doing Instagram as well. That would be like a nice little touch to add. Like I was saying about the water bottles, look, they've got cheaper water bottles with the times on. Sorry, I'm zooming in on something else now, but they are cute with the heart. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they've got the times on and they are cheaper than the bottles that are in the normal section, if you don't mind. They don't probably look as aesthetic, but they're still nice. Lots of mason jars, Kilner jars. I feel like those would look really nice, actually, full of sweets on the side in the kitchen. But I do refrain from doing that, because if I do see sweets or chocolate, I will eat them. And then lots of cute bowls as well. I love like the basic kind of white ones just with the texture on. And we did see some of these mugs, to be fair, in the normal section. And then, like I was saying about the Fabulosa, that's the polish for £1.50. Some more mugs. I do like the little rainbow ones. I think I've got a little bit of a thing for rainbows at the minute, but I think that's because my daughters like rainbows, and don't know, makes me think of those. Makes me think of them. Travel flask, handy again if you travel to work. Stop yourself going to Costa, make yourself a nice cup of coffee before you go. I picked up some of those cleaning pads. They are handy. I was using cloths in the kitchen and then I regretted it, because it's like on your hob, you just need something a little bit more rough, don't you? Do you know, like when you've been cooking and it's got stuck to your hob. So yeah, I did get some of those. Some hangers, some toilet brushes. I feel like there's lots of random bits, but do you see what I mean? Useful bits. I thought these mirrors were really cute for £3. Really cute cleaning stuff. Okay, you can have it all matching. Like, open the cupboard, have it all nice pink and greys. Oh, those radiator areas, super handy. I use them for my girls' clothes, because sometimes I can't fit them on the air dryer, especially like their like party dresses that I don't want to put in the tumble. And then they had these ducks in, which was so cute, because there was a clip, if you can remember, in the normal store where they had those ducks, slightly different design, but they've got them in the sale section. So this is what I mean, is they've got very similar stuff in the sale to the normal section at the moment. Lots of cheap candles. They are great to put away for gift fillers, £1 each. And they've got all different designs, so they've got like the more modern ones, they've got the prettier ones. More candles. I still like all these little like green cactus and succulents. They've got these hangers for the door. It's really hard actually, because I see those signs and they are very cute and cozy, but it's so easy to like go overboard with those in the home. I thought they were really nice with family and home on. I just love stuff like that. Big candle there, the white leather and cedar, which I feel like is probably quite a masculine scent actually. Again, another great gift bulker. We've got some more candle sets. And then I can't help but go and have a look at the diaries. I do have a very posh diary that I was bought for Christmas, but I'm always tempted by more. Like, I don't need more diaries. It's better to have everything in one place, but there's just so many pretty bits of stationery. I always feel like if I've got great stationery, I'm going to come up with some like great ideas. But then also at the same time, if you have a really nice notepad, I don't know if anybody else is like this, like I don't want to write in it because I feel like I'm going to ruin it, which is completely like not to the point of a notepad obviously. And then I'm just showing a few of the furniture bits that they've got in at the moment. To be honest, it's a little bit like going to IKEA for some of the pieces. So if you guys are like me and your IKEA is like 45 minutes to an hour away, B&M have some really similar pieces, particularly to the Malm set, you know, the basic kind of white drawers that everybody has from IKEA. In fact, I've got some from IKEA as well. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like I'm a bit rusty with the Come Shop With Me's. I am intending to bring more back though to the channel, so I really do hope you like them. Give them a thumbs up if you do, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.